when you have a child who goes astray and does their own thing, it's emotional. You're hurting, you're angry, you're frustrated, you don't know how to make this make sense, and the Word of God will make it make sense. Because the Word of God gives responsibility to the prodigal. God did not blame himself for Adam and Eve's decision. God did not blame himself for Israel's consistent rebellion against him. He never took false responsibility, and you shouldn't either. Okay? The prodigal's responsible. Now, when you get free from that false guilt and shame, now you can act healthier as a parent.
Right.
And say, no, that we're not going to do that. No, I'm not listening to you blame me or criticize or blame your friends. It's your responsibility to find God. It's your responsibility to live out what you know. You know what you're doing is not right. I'm not going to enable you. Okay? Those people you call friends, why aren't you asking them for money? Oh, because they don't have any either? Well, it seems like all your friends are in poverty because all your friends deny the power of God. Look at your friends and your siblings who don't deny God, and they're not broke. So you get a lot stronger as a parent when you actually base your ideas on the Word of God instead of your emotions.
And it's, you know what, it's so unhealthy. And, you know, I live in a very wealthy neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
I know people around me, they might have a net worth of $100 million.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, their answer is just, you know, give their kid $1,000, give them a car. And it is terrible, terrible. And, you know, I've actually seen a lot of pain. And I've tried to minister grace, you know, in these situations. But we've seen, you know, people who their children's, you know, died to drug addiction and all these things because their answer was just give them money. But they weren't really, you know, there's just a lot of different things. But ultimately, again, what you're saying, it's their children's choice. And letting them live with the reality of these choices.
Absolutely. That's how we learn. And, you know, in the prodigal story that Jesus shared, the prodigal's pain is what brought him back to the Father.
Right.
The pain of the famine, the pain of not having a job, the pain of being disdained in the job.
Right.
Okay, because they wouldn't give him stuff to eat.
He
felt
was
prejudiced, right?
He was eating with the pigs,
right.
You know, as a Jewish person.
Right.
I mean, this is the worst you can get.
Right.
And I've slopped pigs before, and I mean, it is gross.
It's not fun.
And so he came to himself and he said,
Right.
hey, I have sinned against heaven.
Right.
And I've sinned against my dad.
That's right.
And I'm going home. Now, his father was waiting.
Yeah, sure.
His father was waiting. His father saw him way down the road. His father ran to him when he saw him coming. And this is how God is with this. I mean, if you've been that prodigal, God is waiting for you to come home. And if you come home, he's there. He's running down that road. And he didn't bring up, he didn't, you know, his son said, Father, I've sinned against you and I've sinned against heaven. His dad didn't. He said, listen, put the robe on him, put the ring on him, put the shoes on him. Let's have a party. My son, who is dead, is alive. He's come home. But that son came to himself as a result of the difficulty that he was changed.
What's important in that story is where he was when he made that decision.
Right.
He wasn't in the comfort of his dad's home.
No.
He was in a pig pen.
Right.
In a far-off country.
Right.
So he had to walk back. This is weeks, months, or possibly longer. So by the time he got back, he had a relationship with God for months. He learned how to trust God for provision. He learned all of those things. So by the time he got back to the natural father, he was really there, okay? And so, you know, as your child makes their journey back, they might go to a recovery group. They might get involved in maybe a church that you don't agree with, but they might be moving toward coming back. So be patient in the process. And yeah, the father ran down the driveway, but the son walked probably hundreds of miles to get back to the father. Okay? So understand the process of the prodigal as well.